Hey guys, Tarp here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Alliance of Defiance. Playing for today, spawning in the south. We have, Google Translate tells me, what? Mentally handicapped game. Playing, yeah, with Soviet Combined Arms Army. Teaming up with him. Google Translate tells me this is, I like Snowbreeze. Also playing as Soviets, who has Mechanized Support, Tank Hunters, and Combined Arms Army. Facing off against them, we have HHM playing as HHM and straight away going for Breakthrough. And NSO Rostam, playing as HHM as well, who has Grand Offensive, Spec Ops, and Firestorm. In terms of teams, range team on this side in the mid-80s versus randoms on this side. I think Rostam, I forget which way around it is actually. One player around rank 20 and the other around rank 40. Their respective factions. So double coup wagons from the Axis team, kind of interesting. Pretty static early game here.
Ready for action.
Steering match really isn't it? Neither side wants to leave cover. Axis a little bit slow connecting the fuel here, but to at least secure it and camping it quite nicely. And just snip off the reinforced wire that was there, I believe. Cut-off maneuver here from the yellow player. 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers. 2 combat engineers over here into a early Maxim. Early tier 2 Maxim. Also have a relatively early tier 2 down for the yellow player as well. Kind of interesting. And a bunch of wire down. Still just a full-on steering match on this side of the map. Very strange. The coup wagon can see them, right? So that's why Rostam's not pushing in. Not sure about the Soviet player though. Okay, slightly forwards battle group here for HHM. Usually we see them more towards the center. He's putting it more on his side. Remember the Axis are the random team, so maybe the coordination will be a little bit different compared to a ranged team scenario. Okay, finally, finally, there's going to be some action here. The blue player pushing in. Inching forwards with the Maxim. Conscripts also making a charge on this side. Overall, though, the Soviet team struggling for fuel early on. Pushing from the coup wagon as well. Sternpies managed to close the distance, but they're taking a boatload of damage. Flamer coming through. Here's some good hits in. Both sides, but looks like Rostam's gonna win. Cover to cover fighting over there. Empire's still waiting on the flanks with the mine going down now. Infantry support gun coming in for HHM, as well as a mortar for the blue Soviet player. He finally gets forced away. Yellow Soviet player hanging on for a longer. Managed to get the decap here, but does cost himself a good chunk of manpower in the process. MG out for HHM. But yeah, due to the very static early game, you know, these kind of low infantry builds, not really getting punished by aggression or anything, allowed relatively smooth tech up on both sides to get these team weapons out without really suffering in terms of territory control. Yeah. The MG34 on this side. One with infantry support gun versus a Maxim and a mortar on this side. Pretty similar build orders between the two factions. Going to be some nice scaling for HHM with those double Fusiliers. One of them already upgraded with G43s. Could cause some issues for the blue Soviet player. The other Soviet player has got his tier 3 down. Still a good chunk of fuel away from the T70 though. Due to that poor territory control early on from the Soviet team. Going to work on the MG behind the wall there. Conscripts trying to set up a 2-on-1. Did have double battle group, by the way. So no walking Stukas. Could come back to bite the Axis. Back half track for Rostam. Nothing from HHM though. Cancels the mine. Smoke out from the ISG. Double Fusiliers maybe making a bit of a push behind this. With those G43s, they will just pummel the Soviet units. Not able to get much done on this side either. The yellow Soviet player really struggling, especially now the flak half track's out. A lot of manpower floating though, okay. Going for a machine gun. Gonna need a anti-tank gun though, I think. Yep, quick to cancel the MG. Get one on the Kubel. So he did have a slight angle on the conscripts. The trees are blocking the flak half-track shots. Maxim getting very low. Still alive though. 43's on both Fusiliers now. The squad trying to come in on the flank, but there are quite a few mines down to prevent that from happening. Empires with their sweeper packed away at the moment. And that could come back to bite them. Make a dash for the building, trigger the mine. Have to retreat now.
Officer, ready to be deployed.
Bring a demo charge down on this building over here. And the T70 coming through now. Is this joining in for the blue player? Ooh, that was a close call for those combat engineers. More to flare up. And we've got the Sturm officer for HHM. Ooh, close call for the Kugel getting away. Forced retreat popped on the Maxim. It's opening up some territory control for HHM. Still, the Allies definitely struggling for territory. After a slow start here. So the flamethrower maybe only hitting one or two models. Not doing nearly as much damage as it could be. Just backing up T70. No Rakitten nearby, but here it comes. T70 hanging around for a little bit too long. Gonna take the Faust. They're very clumped up though. Ooh, very nearly gets the wipe there. I think if that was the old T70, would have. T70 from 2 or 3 patches ago. Like half track coming in, comboing up with the Rakitten, and down goes the T70. Just shows you how important it is not to get snared with your light vehicle in the early game. So devastating. This is under some pressure here, getting charged frontally. Okay, going for a half track now. I wonder if he's going to upgrade that with the quad or if it's just going to be for reinforcement purposes. Kind of interesting. Meanwhile, just support weapon wars on this side. Not much movement here, you know, with the forward battle group, the HHM not really getting forced away. Officer did come in, jump into the building, gets the D crew on the mortar. Wow. You can use forced retreat from inside a building with the officer? I did not know that. That's crazy. Oh, but the flamethrower, very late jumping out. There goes the officer. Sparage, pretty good connection there as well. Two team weapons clumped up. And there goes the infantry support gun. Keaton coming forwards. Can't get a shot through.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Now it will. Dodging away with the quad. There it goes. Double flamers here. It's under some pressure. Holds its ground for the moment. Infiltration grenades coming in though. Still alive. Conscripts there, could go for the merge as well. Oh boy, the quad coming back in. Greedy stuff. The Raketen pushing forward. Somehow though, doesn't get a shot off. And the quad's surviving. Coming back in now. On hold fire. Taking it off. Big burst. There goes the Kubel, just shredded by the quad. So something finally going right for the double Soviet team there. Two losses on the Axis side, the officer on this side, the Kubel on the other. Looks like he backed this away to the bad spot. We get decrewed here, it looks like. Wow. That is incredible. I can't believe that hasn't got decrewed. That is unbelievable. Wow, that is some crazy good RNG for the yellow player.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
It looks like he's kind of given up on the left-hand side for the moment. Only has the mortar over there currently. And the red player also migrating towards the center. Quad has repaired up, but the Raketen right there. We have some attack ground action maybe. No, going to push forwards with the Raketen. Quad reveals itself. Perfect attack ground scenario there for Rostam. Doesn't take it. There goes the Maxim. Double Soviet team down, but not out. You never count out the Soviet team when they've still got their weapon teams around. And now the blue player about to field the T-34, going to be the first medium tank of the game. That being said, HHM going for double tech structures here. There's a huge amount of fuel. Don't really understand his build at the moment. Rostam has got his tech down. It's not upgraded the Panzer authorization quite yet though. Contract try to set up on the ZIS. Don't think that's a good idea. Oh, could this be the end of the Flaky with the good attack rounds? Yes! There it goes. Greedy play from Rostam. And he pays the ultimate price. Flak half track goes down. Good attack round action from the yellow Soviet player. Support weapons getting forced away though. Rebuild on the officer as well from HHM. Interesting. I suppose it does make a reasonable amount of sense given that he didn't go for his tier 4. So he can't get access to the overs. Plus, you know, the forced retreat is pretty handy, honestly. So can the smoke grenade be against the Maxims? But it looks like the blue Soviet player has just inched his way forwards here and in a good position. Okay, HHM going for the walking Stuka. I feel like he could have got this a long time ago though, right? Very late in terms of fuel, but here it comes. Going to be quite effective for him, I imagine. Does leave him a little bit under strength in terms of anti-tank, just has the one Raketin to handle the T-34. But it probably will be sufficient in his lane. Quite coming in from the side though.
Half-track is now available for operations.
Missing its shot. Try not to retreat here. Ooh. Try and hold on to this territory. Got the flare up though, spotting for the mortar. Definitely I'd say, you know, don't muck around with the quad. Just always hit that speed boost. It's so cheap. No risk losing your quad because you're trying to save 10 munitions. Oh, Raketin left in front of the double Maxims and they rat-a-tat down very, very quickly. Now going for the kill with the ZIS. Superman conscripts now as well, fighting back pretty effectively against the Fusiliers, longer range. A lot of light cover around for all those cover bonuses. Really helping out the Soviet team. Oh, and now we've got a howitzer coming in. Could be pretty effective. I think Stuka, I didn't mention it, got 5 kills. A reasonable start. Before taking some ZIS hits. Attack route, nice to see, nice attempt. Quite a lot of bleed. Take a quick look at the KD here. Pretty good for the blue Soviet player, honestly. Considering he's losing mainly that conscript and weapon team models. The other player struggling a little bit more. But still, the KD actually looking pretty reasonable for the double Soviet team. And they're only about 40 VPs behind at this stage as well. And he's starting to set up. Got a munitions cache down. Double anti-tank gun as well. Second one just hitting the battlefield now. Just pressuring the ZIS. No conscripts nearby. I feel like this is about as far as you would want to chase as the OKW player. Further than that, you risk like a oorah from the side with a snare or maybe a second anti-tank gun coming in. Oh, good walking Stuka. 14 kills, so that was 9 killer. Effective. We got the howitzer coming back the other way. So he's going after the headquarters and the infantry support gun. The engineer died, dropping their flamer. People trying to bleed the advancing infantry here. Doesn't have enough for assault artillery. Has been using those officer abilities quite liberally, consuming quite a lot of munitions. That officer though, rebuild officer, already back up to vet 3. That's really fast vet on that. Oh, Fusiliers. Close call. The D-crew on the Zis, trying to kill that with the Raketen. T-34 coming back in. No, the Raketen actually going after the howitzer here. One more shot. No more shots. T-34 maybe killing the gunner models. Didn't manage to get the final shot off to kill the howitzer there. No. Maybe didn't land any shots on the howitzer. I thought it was... Thought I'd taken 2 hits worth of damage there, but it's getting the health bar mixed up with the experience bar. Whoops. Well, not good. The kitten stolen away there. Tier 4 coming down, a little bit off to the side. I wonder if HHM's just going to go straight for the Yank Tiger now. Could be. Managed to... Oh, destroy the howitzer. How did that happen? How did that happen? Well, I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments, but... alright. The howitzers did somehow. Oh, that's a monster shot. There goes the Maxim. Get one on the Panzer IV now after that. Steel on the MG as well with the stern pies. A little bit expensive, but probably worthwhile ultimately. Lock into mechanized support here. But having gone for a T-34 as well as the T-70 and the quad. Going to be a long time before we can afford that. And now we've got a Command Panther out on that side of the map as well, so it's going to really make life tough for the yellow player. Still, the Allies are doing a very good job of holding onto the VPs. All things considered. Stuka ready to fire again. Way out the back at the moment though. Bit of assistance from the yellow player pushing in on HHM. Under some pressure here. Soft retreat with those Fusiliers trying to reinforce. The anti-infantry plane coming through though. D-crew on the Raketen. Reinforcements coming in thick and fast though. There's the walking Stuka. Keeping opening up on the T-34. A little bit slow getting that next walking Stuka strike out. Needs to be a bit more on top of that. So pressuring the Zis. Activating the focus them, but was that a mortar shell landing on him there? There's some big hits. Got the flare up from the Command Panther. spotting, but the Zis is still there.
Gun is ready for action.
There's a 4 going to try wrap around. T-34 low, can't really assist. Merge into the Zis to keep it on the front lines. There's the Raketen connecting once. Just once. But did manage to force the Soviet player away finally. T-34 comes back in. That was a risky one. Panzer IV missing. Probably would have got the kill otherwise. The Zis did get decrewed though. Oh, and the Command Panther coming back in. T-34 goes down over here. Zis from base though. Stopping further engagements. Panther though, looking for the kill on the decrewed Zis.
Gun batteries reporting. Reconnaissance by flare now available.
Also trying to go for it. Just sitting back up, connecting. P4 has to get out of there now. Katyusha barrage. Ooh, squad down. Returning fire with the rockets. Given up on the howitzer. Repairs required now for the Axis.
Ready to execute.
Comes the next walking Stuka barrage. Reasonable connection again. 23 kills now. Allies though capping in the center and control down the bottom.
Enemy flanking us.
Pretty reasonably. Ready 5 coming in now, so yeah, it looks like ISU 152 not going to happen. HHM really struggling for manpower fighting this constant forward reinforcement battle. Can't afford any vehicles. Focus them on that.
Forces are capturing our supplies.
Not from this officer, in fact. Target them. Guard's nearly going down there. Oh, Zis does go down. Panther though and Panzer IV both quite low. Now the quad coming in for some suppression. Probably wants that conscript squad to hold on there so they can jump back on the anti-tank gun. T-34. Not vetted up yet with the anti-tank gun. Oh, big hit. MG goes down. And the weapon outright destroyed as well. Chechen really starting to feel the bite now with this forward reinforcement. So much manpower drain. Still close to level pegging, but you know, Fusiliers want like 25 manpower to reinforce to conscripts 20 or even less once the 7-man upgrade is complete. Definitely not a good KD for you. It's 25 Fusiliers or 27? I can't remember.
Yes, comrade.
Long time getting these tanks repaired up for Rostam. Connection there from the Raketen though. Oh wow, Command Panther surges forwards, takes down the T-34, kind of backed against the wall there. Command Panther now in some trouble. SU-85 and Zis combining. It's away though. I think if both those shots landed, the Zis And S-35 actually penetrated. That would have been the end of the Command Panther there. Close call. HHM finally saved enough for the Jagdtiger. Now though, ooh, double this barrage coming up with the flamers. And destroyed in a split second. Katyusha barrage coming in on the forward HQ. Kind of running back there with the Raketin. Needs to reconsider. And the battle group actually very close to death now. It does have the Jagdtiger out. Thing is, on his side of the map, there's actually no tanks. So this is actually isn't gonna do anything. And there's only one Su-85 on the other side of the map as well. Probably a second walking Stuka would have been more effective here. Jagdtiger does have the supporting fire, which we're seeing attempted at the moment, but connecting with the shed here. But yeah, curious choice. You know, usually Jagdtiger a very strong option in these team games, especially on a map like this, which doesn't have a huge amount of room to flank it. In this particular instance, just like team weapons, infantry, and rocket artillery, no tanks to fire on over here. Seems like it's not really going to work out terribly well. And a second Katyusha coming through now as well, perhaps in response to their Jagdtiger, and realizes there's no real point in going for a tank even. Panzer could be in some trouble here, needs to pop the blitz. Quad went down there, I think. Lucky break for that Panzer IV. Easily could have gone down there. Really needs to pop the blitz. Same even with the Panther would probably have been worthwhile popping the blitz to secure the getaway. Especially when you've got 400 munitions. Well, HHM Shreya could be up next. Double anti-tank guns inching their way forwards here. Walking Stuka coming in for Rostam now. Jagdtiger with damaged engine. Not too much. Oh, Command Panther. Flare up spotting long range. Does get away alive for the moment, but Axis having to take a backward step. Walking Stuka grazing the double anti-tank guns. Not able to finish the job. And now the HQ under some pressure. The Kittens. Survive, perhaps? Oh, the dive bomb, though. I mean, not the IL-2 bombing strike, rather. There it goes, HQ down. HHM can't get any tanks anymore. Tiger trying to get repaired, but yeah. Oh boy, is this the turning point for the Allies? The selection of the Jagdtiger when it just can't do anything. And this is leading to almost a complete collapse here. Stuka still performing alright, but it's not a very strong infantry base at the moment. And having lost his tech truck, can't go for Obers either. Which could be quite nice to try blast away these Soviet team weapons. Can't field another Sturmofficer, already has one on the battlefield, so tough calls for HHM at the moment. Probably needs to consider moving his Jagdtiger more towards the center. Maybe the Axis, now that he's lost his tech trucks over here, can play for the left and the center. But it seems like maybe he's not going to do that, if I had to guess. mortar. Pretty good connection. Good start. 6 kills straight away. Second one from Stuka, maybe targeting this Maxim. Sideways. Ooh, that's a nasty one. Straight away decruit. 37 kills. Tiger wheeling his way into the center. Oh, Command Panther with the flare up. Marked vehicle activated on something. And there goes the SU-85. Oh, doubles this from the side. It's a 4 extremely low, but still alive for the moment. Does get away. Did pop the blitz this time. Can't see it active. That one had the marked vehicle. It seemed like the animation wasn't showing up for some reason. Still a boatload of VPs on both sides. Very slow in that department this game. Both teams over around half remaining. Soviet player pushing all the way to the Axis base at the moment. And now I've got a T-34 out for the blue player. And looking for a Jagdtiger flank. That was this opening up on the JT. Pressuring away for the moment. Katyusha's hammering down, decrew the MG. And destroy it even. Another battle group attempt for HHM. Oh, and that's an ISU 152, so it's going to play somewhat into the Axis hands with that Jagdtiger camped in the center. No sternpipes for the repairs at the moment for HHM. It's quite far away from his mechanized truck as well. Reasonable. Walking Stuka barrage there. Getting aggressive here. Jagdtiger exposing itself. Oh boy, there's just no protection for it at all. Gonna take engine damage. T-34 can maybe try some flank action. We've got the Raketten coming in now. Clumsy stuff here from HHM. Marked vehicle activated on it. T-34 wrapping around looking for the flank. Raketten getting outmaneuvered by the T-34. Guards coming forwards as well. There it goes. Oh boy. Well, the Jagdtiger is very strong, but when it's not full health, you have to be a little bit more cautious with it. Panzer IV trying to salvage this situation, going after the T-34. But getting a bit of bad luck. Needs to pop the blitz here. Here he goes. One more shot. And there we go. The rate of fire bonus from the blitz kicking in there. Is this coming across? Panzer IV shrugging off one hit. Will that allow it to survive? Yes. Attack round attempt, but unsuccessful there. A very close call. A bit of a lucky break. Reasonable walking Stuka barrage. Command Panther on the move. Double Chushes into the center here. Command Panther has to stay on the move. Sternpires out the back. Does have the mechanized truck upgraded with the repair drones. Another walking Stuka barrage. He just set up these sub-lanes to tank guns. The flare. Oh, but it's not a very good walking Stuka barrage off to the right. Maybe targeted it a tiny bit too early. The infantry plane coming through. HHM throws in the towel? Wow. Well, that's a shame. Looks like he lost his officer at some stage. Bot maybe rebuilding it here. Command Panther diving in. Going after the ISU. Activated the coordinated fire on it as well, but getting cold feet now with the Zist there. Looks like Rostam wants to fight on, but maybe you could squeeze out a win after your teammate leaves if there's like 50 VPs remaining or something like that on the opposing team, but definitely not the case here. So I'm going to go on to double time. I mean, this is over 100%. So, oof, HHM horrendously bad KD considering what he was up against. Walking Stuka was working quite nicely, but yeah, went for that Jagdtiger when there were like no tanks. There was like one tank on the yellow player's side, which yeah, the Jagdtiger was no good. Maybe a second Walking Stuka would have been a better option. And yeah, then proceed to misplay quite badly with the Jagdtiger. Didn't have any sternpipes for repairs on it, driving it with its rear arm exposed across to the repair station with no screening squads at all. Took in engine damage from a URA conscript. It was GG at that point. So, well done by the double Soviet team hanging in there. They got off to a pretty slow start, but just stuck with it and managed to grind this one out. A little bit unfortunate for Rostam, playing a pretty solid game, but just his teammate letting him down a bit here. GG, well played. Anyway, guys, wrapping that. If you like a game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.